Why are we sitting in the back of a horse-drawn carriage?
In Bombay.
In Bombay.
Well, we come to Bombay to record our album, our debut album, the Bombay Dub Orchestra, Gary Hughes and
Andrew.T.Mackay.
thank you very much.
So why Bombay? Because that's where the musicians are. No one plays like that in Europe or anywhere else, really. It's a completely Indian thing. Sort of amazing combination of classical playing skill with fantastic improvisational abilities. These guys can jam.
That's right, absolutely. And then add that with our Western orchestral and our dub ambient kind of vibe, and we've got something really special, and that is the Bombay Dub Orchestra.
The idea for this record is quite old. I mean, we thought about this about 6 or 7 years ago when we first did a recording session here in Bombay with an orchestra, and that was for someone else's record. But the germ of the idea that it would be marvellous to write our own album and have it, you know, incorporate the Indian orchestra was really quite seductive, and it took us about another 3 years to really get around to doing it. But we did eventually write the material, and you know, here we are finally hearing it the way it should sound, or the way we've been hearing it in our heads for the last couple of years.
We've always been really enthralled by Indian music and India in itself. We were doing music for other people all the time, producing other people, programming, doing strings, all this sort of thing for other artists, and we'd always wanted to do our own thing. And Bombay was the perfect choice to do the orchestra, as it really represented part of the whole sound of the Bombay Dub Orchestra, which is really a fusion of Western classical, orchestral, Indian classical and semi-classical, and the fine ambient dub, electronica.
Late night weirdness, basically.
Yeah. So Gary, what's the story? What's the story?
Probably the most amazing week of my life. Absolutely astonishing. Performances, spirit of the thing has been fantastic. I've been blown away with this. I mean, I never had such warmth and affection from a bunch of session people, you know, and that sounds terrible. It sounds patronising to call them that. They're fabulous musicians. These people are all incredibly talented, and the generosity of their spirit has just overwhelmed me. I mean, there were a couple of times where I really had tears in my eyes, and normally if I have tears in my eyes in the studio it's for a bad reason, but this time it was kind of good. Whoops, nearly knocked my beer over. More of this later.